When somebody asks you a question, when you answer in a way that you say it one time, answer it one time, and then within it you answer the second time. Why do you do it in such a way? Why you form an answer in such a way? Well, I think that's because the first time I ought to answer the question itself, and the second time I need to answer it in general, where this occurrence derived from, why it exists, in what form it can exist, and so on. I don't want just simply to answer the question. I want to give it a common form. What kind of phenomena it is in nature. Is it not because the first time a person didn't understand, so you have to answer it again? No, I don't even relate to a person when he asks the question. I look at the question as an opportunity to reveal yet another slice of the world, spiritual world, or a connection between spiritual worlds. But interestingly, sometimes it happens in a way that somebody asks you a question and you answer like you were on your own frequency. A person goes, "No, I meant this," and you still continue on your own frequency. And the rest think that you are actually answering his question, but in fact, I'm indeed answering his question. It's just that he can't hear the answer. I'm not trying to lean away from answering the question. I simply want him to see it from my perspective. Otherwise, he won't understand it. So that means that you require not direct way, but some kind of roundabout. It's not the roundabout way. I think that my way is the most direct in general. I give both linear answer and circular general answer, which includes the whole of the problem and its particular solution. That's why there are two approaches in me answering the question. I always catch the general question, general state, and specific answer. But sometimes when a question comes from the internet, I often heard, well, maybe because it's being translated. And it's completely not what a person is asking. A person wrote, I myself wrote in the past, and you're being asked a completely different question. I was shocked. And what can I do, my dear? Nothing I can do about it. They ask, so they ask. But you give such an interesting answer to all of how it's all interlaced. Well, maybe sometimes it comes out even better when it's not clear. Well, yeah. Well, so where does the question come from? The person that's asking a question is a stimulus of some sort that lets you to release the information? Yes. And how is he supposed to prepare for it? How is he supposed to answer the question in the right way? So that it would not... The answer, in fact, consists of the need to be adhered to me, and it should prompt in me such a desire that I would lift that person or that student up. Like a child that comes up to an adult and asks on his hands. That's what's called a question. And the rest are not questions. They are silliness. I noticed that there are two types. When the person wants to hear from you, no, I'm asking you this, no, I'm asking you this, and there are those who understand and sort of go by your way. So you begin to explain. He may have had a different question, but he sees that you're rather expanding on this topic at the moment, so he begins along with that rather than insisting on his own point of view. Can't tell you anything. These are big problems because there's a huge number of people that want to hear, who may be tuned to a different frequency, and here somebody stomps in with his shoes on to to our conversation, and begins maybe with his private or something else came to his mind, begins to steer away to wrong direction, I try to react in this case either in a harsh way or don't react at all, and so on. Because for me it's more important to sustain the common spirit so people would flow together and rise up. And therefore, if somebody cuts in with his side question, I cut him out, and that's that with that. To me, it's more important to keep the common mood, common flow.